Hi everyone, I am Dr. Vimala Roselin. I am an assistant professor of Prestige in the Institute of Technology. I am going to explain about SVG files in web technologies. SVG file is one of the features in HTML5. So SVG means that is a scalable vector graphics. So it is a web-friendly vector file format, and it is like it is based on the JPG files. Vector files stores the images through the mathematical formulas based on the points and the lines on the grid. So which means the vector files like the SVG files can be resized without losing any of their qualities. It makes them for the logos. It is used for the logo, making the logos and complex online graphics. It is not resizing abilities that makes SVG files um, popular within the web designers. It is written in XML code, um, and it stores any text informations as literal text rather than the shapes. And it allows the search engines like Google search to read the SVG graphics for their um, keywords and it's to help the website moving up into the search ranking. And here they given it is a scalable, some advantages and disadvantages given. A scalable vector graphics, it uses the mathematical equations to define the shapes and to perfect the clarity at any size. And here the code is written by the XML based format, which makes them human readable and easily editable one, and fully animatable. And it is a W3 standards, WWW standards. And some advantages and disadvantages of the SVG files will be given. Um, Unlike the normal file, it makes made up of the pixels, vector graphics like SVGs, and always maintain their resolutions, and how the large and the small files you make them, and you don't know, you don't have to worry about the SVG files losing their qualities. And another advantage is these files are smaller than the raster images, and it builds from the lots of color pixels and color pixels and using the mathematical algorithms. And SVG files treat text as a text, and the screens readers can be scan any of the word contains in the SVG file, SVG images. It is useful for the people who need the helps to reading the web pages. And it supports interactively through the scripting languages like JavaScript, are enabling the dynamic graphics or engaging the graphics. And it is an XML language that allows for easy manipulations and integrations within the other web technologies. These are the advantages and the disadvantages. SVG file is um, what is used for logos and illustrations and charts, but the lack of pixels making the displaying high quality digital photos difficult. And only modern browsers can support the SVG files, others not support. And the code contain the SVG images can be hard to understand. If you're new to the file format, then it will be very hard to understand. So, how to create the SVG files? So here the given SVG container is there. So SVG container, I don't know how it will be. It serves as a container for all the SVG graphics. defining the coordinate systems and dimensions. So within the HTML tag, we can write. So this tag will be starting with the SVG tag. So SVG tag, SVG image or the file format so has some attributes. There is a width and height. So we can change the width and height values. And inside the SVG, suppose you want to make or you want to create a small circle or rectangle, then you can use the circle tag. Or if you want to make an drawn one rectangle, then rectangle tag you can use. So here one example they given for us how to draw the circle in the SVG. So here the circle tag they used, and so in the circle also what is the circumference of the x and y value, that also we need to mention, and the circle has a radius, so radius also we need to mention, and the circle stroke which color, that color also we can give here, and stroke width also we can give, and within inside the circle as if you want to fill the colors, then we can give the fill. One attribute is there that is called as a fill. That value also, see, within a double quotations we need to give. So everything we have to write within the SVG tag. So we'll get a small circle within the green color stroke. Then inside yellow color will be coming. That is the output for that particular code. And drawing the shapes with the SVG, paths for the paths or the polygons or the rectangle or circle and text we can use. Create the complex shapes also using the points and the lines like this. If you want to create, you can use the SVG files. And here one more code is there that is used to create the star, means create the stars with the polygons. So polygons means what is it? There is a closed shape that is called as a polygon. Polygon elements creates the shapes with the straight line that automatically connects the last point to the first point. So here SVG width and height 200 and 300 they given. Polygon points, what are the polygon points? That all the polygon points you need to give within the double quotation. And the style also you can give if you want. Then the border line, that is fill in which color you want to give, and the line style and what is the stroke color, that and all we can mention in here, and close the SVG files. So using this we can create like the stars. And how to edit the SVG file in Illustrators? Select the file and open the SVG file Illustrator, and you import the SVG file into the existing Illustrator document using the file to place, and use the selection tool to select the individual parts and shapes or the groups within the SVG. You can either resize or the resize the shapes or the transform or edit the parts and add the color and effects, so whatever you want. And here they given the what is the difference between the SVG and Canvas. They given SVG, there is a resolution independent graphics, and Canvas there is a resolution dependent pixels. And SVG supports the event handling, but Canvas won't support the event handlers. And SVG is an excellent text rendering. Canvas is a poor text rendering quality. It is slower rendering for the complex scenes, but Canvas that can export as a PNG file or JPG files. SVG not ideal for the game applications, and Canvas is perfect for the game applications. Thank you.